Oh,
I can still hear you.
is it going? Hi,
I can
everybody.
hear
It
you.
looks like we're live right now.
Yeah, but I can hear you.
Close.
Hey, there we go. And hello, Goo Crew. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Shift. Host General Moses, now joined by what looks like could pretty much be our co-host moving forward.
We'll see. We got hopefully.
Hopefully things. Hopefully the world works out, dude. Keegs, I just saw something on Twitter that made me like just laugh so hard, and I'm gonna share it with.
Okay.
I know Burst is gonna crack up when he sees it too. By the way, folks, that's our guest here today. I'm sure you know who he is. If you don't know, now you know. Probably one of the most influential people in the Wax blockchain. I say absolutely top 3. Call him the chief of Wax. He really he runs the ship here, and we're gonna bring him up on stage in a second. Before I do that, I think Keegs, I am hearing a little bit of feedback. I want to make sure that's not me.
I don't know. We've got a lot of issues so far with this.
We did have a few issues getting started here today. I see Justin Clayton's name popping up in the bottom. Is that a new thing we got there in the bottom? I just saw.
Yeah,
Justin
Chaz put that up.
Nice. So what does that do?
It's comments. He put a comment. And that's what his burst of energy.
Oh, sick. All right. So we're upgrading, catching up to dub and music. We get that gooey music going.
Yeah, let me get that going. So Chaz has actually shared me some new ones. So
we do got some. Hey, there we go. Look at that, Goo Crew. We're finally catching up with the times. You can see your comments. We figure it out eventually. One stream at a time. We try to add something doity. But you guys, you know who's in the building. You know who it is. Did we get? Let me check out. I'm gonna pull up my Telegram here. Make sure we pamp this out in the good old. The most powerful Telegram on Wax, the Atomic Kings Wax. We got, okay, it's not in there yet. I'm going to go ahead and forward this link. Let everyone know we got the big dog in the house. Tag him.
Sound is good, says Reddish. That's good.
All right, cool. And Berth, I see you getting your thing ready there too. You can see on my screen. We're still trying to figure out how to get the green screen stuff working on Melon. There is a way to do it, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. So I'm with you on the green screen today. Keeks, let's do it. Let's bring him on up.
All right.
Round of applause, y'all. 4.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh wow, we're going with the real name on the screen.
Yeah, I put my real name on the screen. Yeah.
Nice. I almost introduced you as Noble, but I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna do that. So.
No, that's okay, man.
We can bring it. We can take him off, and you can do it again, Adam, if you want to introduce him.
No, I'm
you drinking Tim's this morning?
Yeah, I'm out of coffee this morning, so I had to go for a quick ride before the stream.
Double?
No, I do 2 milk, 1 sugar. That's what I do.
2 milk. Oh, okay, almost a double.
Yeah, I can't do 2 sugar. I don't know. Sometimes they abuse the shit everywhere. I go get a coffee, and as soon as you get 2 sugar in it, it's sugar water. Hot sugar water, right?
Keegs, so I'd say Tim Hortons is the Starbucks / like Dunkin' Donuts of Canada. You've probably seen me talk about.
I've heard of it for sure.
A double. Is it like if I think from a Canadian to Canadian, if you just say, hey, did you get a double? I think most people know it's a 2 cream, 2 sugar from Tim Hortons, right?
Okay.
I'd say that's a standard too. A lot of people get that.
Somebody's saying ice caps all day. I'm not sure what that means.
Ice caps are good.
He likes. Don't you do a half chocolate milk and ice cap there, Mass? I think he does a half chocolate milk ice cap. So ice cap, it's like a frozen Slurpee coffee.
It's kind of gay.
It's
but it's
coffee. It's a Slurpee coffee, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is good. Shout out to Mass though. I haven't got to meet him yet, but I know that's your boy. And we'll probably have some other Atomic Kings hopping in here, guys. I see we got the Dinger badge and all the Atomic Kings emojis in there. Go ahead and drop those in there. Let's get this thing fired up. Want to talk all about the things that you're working on, man. It's good to see you. By the way, I know it's been a while since we connected.
Man.
Looks like did you trim the beard for today's show?
No, it's been trimmed since Thursday.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a little.
We'll say it's been trimmed for us. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I wanted to say I don't know how many of the boys will get in here. They're at a wedding this weekend, so as you can see, Rito was still recording a message for 7 hours in our chat, and everybody could see that this morning. So I was like,
Was he just fell asleep with his hand on like the speaker button?
must have fell asleep with the chat on open.
That's funny.
That's great. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me see if we could find that. How long ago do you think it was?
It's done now. He stopped, but it went like I woke up at 9 and it was still going.
If you guys want to listen to listen to Reed sleeping, you can get it in the Atomic Kings chat. I can't find it right now. That's funny.
Well, I tried to call you Thursday night too to come out to Commonwealth there. Yeah, that was
Yeah. I wish I could have made it because, but I was in. Well, I don't know if he's gonna hop on the stream here. Our boy Dub in San Francisco, which you got to see him stream a little bit.
yeah.
Because his mom tunes into his streams too.
Hold on. Hi, Dub's mom. Hi.
She might be tuned in now.
No.
It's so funny that her name is Dub's mom, though. So I just couldn't find anything else. So let's go with Dub's mom on Twitch.
But he's the man.
He's a big Solana guy, isn't he? Or not Solana, Polygon. He's big
He was
playing
into
Polygon
Proton,
games, right?
big into
Yeah.
Proton.
Gotcha.
He's recently switched, I think, his focus.
I got. Yeah, I wanted to get out there and meet him face to face, just because it looks like I mean, it doesn't look like he is going to be a big part of what we're building here with Goo Balls and Goo TV. And I'm happy I did. Like his story. I mean, it's kind of like a little bit similar to yours, Burst, which is just. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you didn't have like the cards weren't dealt in your favor, and you still always like found a way to just overcome. That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
You
man.
know.
Oh yeah.
So
Thank you, Stacks Club, for the follow.
Yeah,
He-
life's always been a grind, I guess. You're always finding new things and things to do, and like I could go and make a shit ton of money if I wanted to, but I'm not happy when I'm doing that, right? But I worked hard to get my pipe fitter ticket, but I'm not happy when I do it. So, essentially, I'm trying to work on some other jobs to stay happy, and everything up until that ticket definitely was a battle. My mom being an Aboriginal woman, I don't know if anybody knows what that means, but First Nations.
I'd say actually, if you could talk about it a little bit. I mean, I know we have a good amount of Canadians tuned in
Yeah.
right now, but as an American, I feel like at least where me and Keegs grow up, you get zero exposure to like Native American culture. And now that I've lived, especially here in Calgary, I can see like Keegs. I would pretty much compare it to like being black in America, like growing up in the hood. It's
It
pretty-
is. It is.
pretty
And
brutal.
like, call me. Some people don't agree with me, and that's totally.
I know some
fine.
people think you're like racist and stuff, which is funny
Yeah,
because
well-
you're basically the Canadian version of black.
So Adam brought it up a little bit. As we don't have any where you live in Cleveland, there's really no Native Americans, and I went to Arizona to go to the Grand Canyon and stuff, do some stuff over there to see my uncle, and I brought a Cleveland Indians hat, and I didn't
I
think
got
about it.
one.
And I had the Chief Wahoo in my head, and I was about to leave the house. My uncle was like, that might not be the best thing to wear around here. And I was like, what? And I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, that's probably true. So I had to take that down, get one of his hats.
But then you put it on and you told them that you knew Burst of Energy. They're like, oh, that's cool.
No. I get what you're saying though. Like it's a big thing. Like I forget there's a museum here, and I wish, because it was on my old phone, so I never got to keep the pictures, but it was a presentation of essentially the Aboriginal community being used as a billboard to sell things. So like, yes, you have the Cleveland Indians, you have the Chicago Blackhawks, you have the Washington Redskins and all that stuff. And like, I don't think it was, I think it kind of was done on purpose, but then society just, attached to it and didn't feel that purpose. You know what I mean? And, as soon as somebody comes and attacks you for wearing something, well, you don't know that. You're not educated. You like the symbol, first of all. You like the colors, and like, that was the team.
Yeah.
And like, I'm for the change, but it's so tough to change people in today's society, right? And like, it's tough to change people, especially like there's controls from all different sides. Like you guys got a government system that's got 2, and I'm not going to get into this, but we've got one that's like 7 different parties, and it's just a shit mess. And it's like, okay, well, how do we become free, and how do we have controls? Nobody knows what the fuck's up. There's levels of government that are undiscovered today. That's where it is, right? It's like money. There's money that is undiscovered, and I think like digital currency is going to be a big thing in our society, at least in the next 5 to 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, period. I think moving forward, it's going to become the standard. It looks like, and we got the first. We're trying to start working on segmenting our show. I was just joking with Keeks before. I'm like, we have a format for the night stream I just realized we never actually had a format for this show until now. So first 20 minutes is kind of like what we're doing right now, talking about the news, whatever. Then we're going to talk about Atomic Kings, and then we're going to do like some giveaways and stuff. But back to what we're talking about now. I mean, one thing that stood out to me, and this is where like I love hanging out with you and Keegs, and quite frankly, people who I feel like see the world through the same lens that I do, because like everyone gets so offended and like whatnot nowadays. Like I think the Cleveland Indians and all these other teams we're talking about, it was always done in a way to like show that you respect the strength that like comes from these, we'll call it like tribes or whatever it may be, like the Atlanta Braves, maybe Redskins. Like that might be the most extreme one, and even that was like, yo, it's like
I think that was
you don't want to fuck with this Redskin, right? But
well, the Blackhawks have a meaning to it, and like they supported a tribe nearby and somebody who helped that tribe, and if you look into it, there's a big meaning to why they picked the Blackhawks, and I don't disagree with it. And I'm sorry I cut you off there, Adam. I just think what it comes down to is at the end of the day, like I watched the N1 documentary last night, the Untold N1. They just put it up on Untold on Netflix.
Wait, what's that? What's that one? I don't know what that one is.
It's just funny when money comes in, and once a certain amount of money is made, then certain people think they're entitled to that money, and they think that, oh, we're worth more. And that was like a big downfall to kind of the N1 team, is that some of the guys were getting paid more than the other N1 players. But really, they're all just essentially using their own artful minds to play basketball the way they play basketball in the streets, right? So, and then eventually they just started asking for money.
And one, I did see that.
I did see that. You know what I mean? So, like, it's essentially it's all roses and dandy until the money starts coming out, and then people instantly, and this is a problem with every race and every.
And then I love And1, but dude, you remember And1? That was like 20 years ago. So you can like complain about it all you want now, but like it's done, it's over. Like it's not,
and there's only one guy in the documentary, one of the players, I forget who it was, but he's still salty about the whole thing, and I get it, but you know, at some point in time, it was sort of a fad. You know, like at some point in time, who didn't think Nike was going to take away what they had in front of them? I was blown away, and I didn't know Vince Carter did that 360 dunk in a pair of N1s.
I didn't watch it yet, but I did see it on my Netflix.
He's in a pair of N1s. I didn't know that. And then like Stephen Marbury, do you know that they signed Stephen Marbury and he fucking rolled his ankle in his shoes?
Starbury. Yeah. I had a pair of those.
He was the first athlete. They signed him. He never played a game ever in his life. They signed him, and then he broke his ankle the first game in a pair of N1s.
Was he? Was he wearing Starburys? Because I remember that was.
No, he was wearing a pair of N1s. It's interesting.
The last thing on people complaining about stuff. When I was hanging out with Dub, he's heavy into Solana, Polygon, really any AAA quality games that are coming to blockchain. And we're really happy to have him, like, again, on our team, because we're getting exposure to other blockchains that,
of course,
we would just never have time to look into.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, I still look over at the other boys and say, what's going on over there? Is it something I should invest in? Right. I'm not even looking at it.
You've done such a good job sticking your flag in the ground here that I feel like it would be a little bit of a waste of time for you to, at this point, go anywhere else, at least maybe for like the next 5 years, right? And that's why we're grateful to have you in our community, because in case we do branch out, we keep that, like, you want to keep on good terms, quite frankly, with you guys and other people who actually are doing stuff in Wax, because otherwise you can just look like someone who's just trying to go around and make money. So we appreciate that. But no, this is the other thing I saw when I was hanging out with Dub, is there's something on either Solana or Polygon, I don't know, where like VTubing is a big thing now, and you get these different avatars that you kind of put over, and you look like a Dragon Ball Z character. And out of all the different, they've got like robot looking ones, and they got white ones, they got black ones, and all of like the darker skin ones are worth like way less and everything. And people are complaining, but it's like, look, you're trying to create something where there's like an even amount of all these different skin tones. Let's be honest. Most of people who are in blockchain, well, I'll put it this way, even in the US, if you look at the hard stats, I think 14% of America is African American. If you watch TV, you would think it's 50-50 because all these commercials coming out. So you create a situation where like Dub's not going to want to go for like buy a black avatar, because then he puts that on and people are going to say he's racist. So like no one's going to buy it, and there's just less people. So you've just got this dynamic where people think that people are being like bad or racist, but it's just like, no, you just got to look at the numbers and what makes sense. And so when I saw that, I just started cracking up because like the company that's doing it, they're trying to be inclusive, and then it's just backfiring.
It's funny, Moonstones, the women sell less. Like if you play Moonstones, they all got the same thing. They're special characters. They've got attributes. Nobody's better than anybody except the color on the back of their card, not the color of their skin, not the gender of their sex, not any of that stuff. And it's one of those things where you look at the market and women don't get bought as much as the men do. And then
because you want to buy something that like you feel like it's you.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to in the gaming industry and the gaming world is most times you will tend to grab what you either want to look like or you feel cool like.
Can you see Chetty's comment?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Hey, Chetty, we got to be careful because like there's people that are stupid in my opinion trying to like comment Noble, but for what it's worth, man, I'm black. I got Noble's back all day.
But you know what I mean though. You know what I mean though. Like it's there. The stats are there. People are gonna buy women less. People are gonna buy characters of color less. They're gonna go to what they're more comfortable about. Me, I tend to just buy the cheapest one, or I do buy chicks. I'm mainly a chick in some video games. Most video games, I tend to pick a chick character, right? Like, come on. I'm already a dude. Do I want to listen to another dude all day? Like, especially if I'm playing something like Cyberpunk, right? And there's a lot of text and context in that game. And it's like, well, it's a fresh breath of air being somebody else. And that's the creativity to video games, right? Is being unique and being yourself. And I don't think that the blockchain has offered that as far as some games go right now. And we're going to have issues like what you just brought up. And I'm sure it's there. This brings up like the metaverse respect too. And like, I'm all for that as well too. When people are metaverses and stuff, I never really thought about it, but like, don't get me wrong. When I was an 18-year-old kid, you kill some guy who's been just talking shit on Xbox, you're going to go over there and smash your crouch button on his face all day, right? Like you're going to the shit out of him on TV. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, since I've come into the blockchain and I deal with people in real life that have had, childhood trauma and stuff, then you start to realize the bigger picture to it. And you're like, oh, fuck, like, while I'm sitting here frivolously teabagging the shit out of this person or frivolously humping them, what image am I painting for them? Like, what have they dealt with? So like, I'm all for the metaverse bubbles. Like, you do have to respect some people. They just don't have the same capacity in their brain to handle the humor that we have. And maybe they've dealt with the humor we put in front of them in a very negative way. So I think stuff like that will eventually fall in place, like just the understanding and the respectfulness of, people around you and what they're doing. But it is tough because the world we live in does contribute a lot to our influence on the blockchain, if you get what I'm saying. So
for sure.
And it's very easy to be, pompous and toxic and, think you're better than somebody else in a video game. Very easy. I think more easier than anything in life. The moment you think you're good at a video game, well, you can suck, but still think you're good, more so than anything in life. I feel that's how I feel about games.
My dad always, anytime people would fight on the internet growing up and till this day, he always says, oh, they're flexing their internet muscles. He's like, but well,
that's what your pop said. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it is true. There's internet muscle everywhere. And I'm guilty of that sometimes too. It's tough. Yeah, there's a fine line. There's sometimes you have to be in front of the game or in front of what you think you have a hold on. And sometimes you got to take a step back and realize what you're trying to accomplish here.
I give it a little warning here. My power went out. We got a storm coming through, so it might go out again. That's why I was cut out. So
nice. I thought that we offended you.
No, I would never get offended.
After what you did to that bird. Keeks found a dead bird in front of it. There's actually an NFT of it somewhere. He found a dead bird in front of his house, and he recorded a Snapchat video of him picking it up and flinging it. And then I guess some girl got.
I gave it its last flight. And people got offended.
But anyways,
it's already dead, and I just tossed it away into the woods, so it wouldn't be in my yard.
I've seen trade guys treat live birds worse, so
yeah,
you're okay.
So we are gonna do some giveaways today. I think I have a dinger badge and a chain chimp in my wallet right now, so I'll probably give that away. Key's got some stuff.
Am I sending that to ZYSEO if I send you something?
You got it. You got it. We're gonna do that in about 20 minutes, guys. So stay tuned for the giveaway action. And yeah, if you want to go ahead and shoot that over, I'm gonna ask you a question at the same time as you're sending that over.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna send over a couple backed wax NFTs here. So we'll send 20 wax over, so there'll be 5 wax on each NFT, and I'll also send over a tourist station badge. We'll do that.
I went to I don't know if you've ever been to Genie Smoke Shop, but I went there today and I got, in honor of Burst coming on, guys, I got a one and done vape. And it's,
you wanted to puff on a douche flute with me at the same time?
Exactly.
Right on.
It's a strawberry kiwi ice, and not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Keegs, I know you love vapes. It's like all you do is vape. But yeah, after you shoot those over, let's dive into the world of Atomic Kings. What do you think of the new Junie bug? I have to see that one, Chetty. Chetty, how do you have a mute thing next to your name? Does that mean Chetty's not listening or something?
Chetty is listening. What do you mean?
I've never seen that before, where it has like a muted thing next to his name on the chat on Twitch. But maybe he's just like watching us talk. So Atomic Kings, obviously the Dinger badge has taken off like a rocket ship, and it continues to do so. But there's more to what you guys are working on than the badge. And you know what? I feel like have you guys done any collabs recently? I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot.
No. I'm specifically laying low for a reason. First of all, NFT management is just something that I don't want to do. I feel like somebody like yourself, you put your mints within reach. It's very easy to do, but these people come at you with collabs and they want to do things, and it's like, well, they want to make a bunch of NFTs, and do they want to make it under their line? There's so many analytics to it, right? So it's like, I don't think it's the time to be dropping NFTs. Now, if I have an artist who reaches out to me and goes, look, I did this, do you want to put it out? Then yeah. So we do have something working in the background. I didn't want to say, but I am waiting for somebody to actually get safe, as weird as that sounds. But this person is in a very high conflict country. And from my understanding, they are safe as of yesterday. They are in a different country, so I think that's the first step to freedom. They're working on something for us that we're essentially going to put in a one pack. It's going to be one NFT pack, and you're going to be able to blend 5 of our AK99 cards and maybe 5 commons, maybe 1 uncommon, and then a couple of the NFTs from the person who's finished this collections line, and you'll be able to get a one pack NFT type thing. I can't talk too much about it because I don't want to give too much detail away in case this person does fall off a mountain. But they've told me that at the end of the day, if something did happen to them, that somebody would be taking over the company fully. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with somebody new, right? Been much of a support. But other than that, I've been kind of nose to the ground with ultra rares too, because they got some stuff coming more so and quicker than what I've got coming. So I'll be busy with them. And that should be good. I can't talk too much about it, but I know it's coming soon, and I know they've been working on it. So we'll see that very soon.
If people want to, I just realized, if anyone tuned in, that's not, well, first of all, welcome to the stream. If you're here for the first time, smash that follow button, especially because it'll make a cool noise.
We got the Donfather 404. We rated him over with Dub. I think it was last Thursday. He's a cool streamer. He does some cool stuff. He was playing some EV.io actually.
Oh, nice. Don Potter, what's up, man?
So he's a cool guy. Keys are windows open. I
was going to say, smash the follow. If you're watching on YouTube on the replay, subscribe, all that.
Yeah, Donfather 404. He's a cool guy.
Guys, follow the Donfather. He just made some noise there in the chat. Donfather, what up? I'll follow you here now, too.
Some Fortnite? No.
He does some Fortnite. He does some... what else is
EVO, it looks like.
Yep, EV.io.
Okay, cool.
But but for as far as Atomic Kings, what's the best way for anyone tuned in right now, just before we forget to plug it a few times? Like, do you want people to go to your Telegram, your Discord?
Come into our Telegram. Essentially, we're a service for wax, and essentially, I've been studying wax for 3 years, just about now, and I kind of know the ins and outs. Whether I'm right or wrong, that's another question. But
how do people join your Telegram? Because I know you got the link sharing. I think
what you do is you hit the top 3 circles, you hit manage group. You should be able to hit private where it says group type and then copy link here.
Okay, let me see here. Group info. I mean, is the
So hit the 3 circles at the top, okay, and then
Yeah.
hit manage group. Do you have that?
No, but I'd be an honor to be an admin.
I can make you one. But I'll send you
Nice.
I'll send you the link right now. There
Okay.
you go. Sent it to you now. And if Discord's their thing, I'll send the Discord link as well. We have a bot that reads over the Discord and the Telegram, guys. So if you want to join Discord and you don't want to join Telegram, you can join Discord and chat with us as well. They both work. What's up, Yamster? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah. So there you go. I sent that to you.
I think I'll heavily endorse. I get it because we're always driving traffic to our Telegram too. The Telegram is lit, guys, and I know a lot of people in this space like to use Discord, and I'm slowly getting more and more familiar with it. But like, definitely get into the Telegram before the Discord if you could. That'd be my 2 cents. All right, so you said you're working on those the blends and stuff, which is nice to see that you're going to be kind of revitalizing the AK. Was it 2099?
Yeah. We should someday we might have a second series. We'll see. I just want to make sure it's all smart and done right, and not pushing myself into a corner as far as like getting things done on that front. It's this market is up and down. The innovations are up and down. I'm trying to be as organic as I can. You barely see me doing much giveaways on Twitter. You barely see me, trying to say do this for a give lab type thing. And it's like I want to be organic. I want to be honest, and I want to work my way there. And I just want to stick to my guns. You know that.
Yeah. So what else? Well, is there anything else that you're working on that you could talk about, or do you want to talk about maybe something that's going on that you see right now? That I know it's easier to talk about what's not good right now. You seeing anything that you like out there?
It's funny. It's been like because of the summer, but I plugged into Wax Hard yesterday, and I played most of my games that I've been not playing. Right, just because it is time consuming. It took me like 5 hours to click all my games yesterday. And I'm like, okay, which ones do I want to click? Which ones don't I want?
You got to be clicking Alien World, right?
So
yeah, I do.
Because for me, that just is not entertaining. Yeah, I know it's. I wouldn't even call it a game, to be honest. I think it's more of a click to make some stuff, And I think that's that's what Wax needs to work on and get some of these games that are actually fun to play. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm essentially trying to stay away from the games that are built on Unity engines. That's essentially what I'm trying to stay away from, because like, you had an iPhone, Keegs, when 10 years ago, and you started downloading games, and you'd see that Unity tag go across the screen if you remember. And like a lot of people just found that engine, and it did give smaller game brands a floor to develop games. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all the Unity games are going to be shit. I just think that there's going to be some overlap of stuff that I see in these Unity engines, where as a gamer and somebody who likes to be original will see overlap of like a plugin, or overlap of a sprite, or overlap of a sound effects. And you're like, okay, well, these guys are using the same goddamn engine to build their goddamn game. And I feel like a lot of the space is doing that. And I also feel like, and I could go on with this, I was thinking about it on the way home today, but like developers are biting off more than they can chew. And a lot of these brands are like, oh yeah, I got to pay them $45,000 a month, or 25, some 5-digit number to house this developer. And I'm like, well, none of them are fucking following through. And like, I really don't think developers are helping the space as much as they should, because I think a lot of brands are taking pay cuts, and a lot of brands are turning a job into a hobby, if you want to say, because when the bull run hit, they all treated it like a job. I guarantee it. Now we're in a bear, and I guarantee 90% of the teams are treating it more like a hobby and cut their staff down as well, because that's the only way you keep going here. So I'm a big fan of like games that I feel are not going to be on Unity, and like one of them, and you guys just had him on last week, was Sammy Snake there, like, and that's going to be a Zed's run, right? So essentially you're not going to be plugging in the game and playing the shit out of it, but you're going to be able to watch some cool like simulator type style game that's built from the floor up. And they've had a few communities in there with them, and I'm curious where Beast Garden goes, and I'm curious where Moonstones go. These are two games that are not built on a Unity engine, and these are the ones that I'm going to try to attach to a little more. Same thing with ZOS. I know they're working on some stuff as well. But essentially, as far as the clickers go for mining and staking and shit, I'm fucking just over it. I'm sick of that shit. And I feel like a lot of the space is too. But like, it all comes down to what they were able to manage when they did it. And that's the thing. Like, people are like, why aren't you doing this or why aren't you doing that? And it's like, well, essentially, we have all of our funding sitting there on the side, but I don't want to touch it until the fucking time's right. And people don't understand, but I think it's easier to just run a community and buy things for the guys that are service items, whether they're cars in games that earn a return income, or land in games that return a return income, or special characters in a game that return income. I buy these for these guys. They stack the token. We can transfer them out and do that and go from there. But if the game blows up, boom, then we can sell the assets and distribute it properly. I just want to continue to give them more to depend on, because not all of my guys are going to buy things and feel comfortable about their buy 1-2 months later. And I just feel like if they have somewhat of a membership with us, where I'm kind of the middleman of managing something for them, then at least you have some good assets somewhere if you've made all your shitty moves on Wax. And there's a fair amount of people who've made shitty moves on Wax. And there's a fair amount of guys in my chat that I don't hold it against them, but I can see it, who are like, I can't believe I bought this shit. And now I'm sat back and I'm sitting in the back and I'm not able to enjoy it. But I'm like, well, you have somewhat of a share owning one of those dinger badges in some good stuff. And essentially that's the way I'm going to build my brand here. I'm not going to turn around and say, oh yeah, let's take the $45,000 and give it to a developer in 3 months, and then he's going to give us some half-ass game built on Unity. Like, that's not fair to the space. And that's the thing. I think a lot of the long-term management here is just not something a lot of people realize, and they go in too fast, way too fast.
Yeah.
I feel like that. That's why we get these half-ass games, right? So
Right.
We'll see. I'm going to be beta testing with actually a game that I've talked a lot of shit about. I've talked a lot of shit about them, and they want me to come in and try the game. We'll see how it is. And, you know, if it's good, I'll give them the kudos for the fact that they know I've been talking shit about them, and they gave me a chance to come try their game. I'm not putting the bar really high, but, you know, I think that's coming around more so than less. But there's also a lot of people that are against somebody like myself, because I fucking speak my mind. You know, Adam, my Twitch got shut down there right away, and
hey, that's what happened. Honestly, the people who are doing big things are the ones who get shut down for like a week. So
yeah, and it blows me away, because they went into the talk room, and I'll fucking call him. I'll fuck Nick from Gnomes. But I fucking told him he's a fucking plug and a punk in that chat, and then he went off, and I said, you probably got my Twitch banned. He goes, what did he say? He goes and says, are you paranoid much? And it's like, dude, I see your posts on Twitter. You circle my Twitch when people talk about things, and you're like, I see you follow this guy on Twitch. You're going to call me paranoid when I see these screenshots? Like, come on, man.
Hey, you've always got a co-hosting seat here in case anyone decides.
I know. No, I know. But like, it's just like, I know they're trying to shut me down, and like, there's this thing, and I'm going to use Nick as an example. I don't care if the guy's a nice guy. All I know is he's looking for a quick buck. And when it comes to making a game and pumping up a sale, you make a lot of money, right? That's essentially what he's done 3 or 4 times. Then you see somebody like NFT Insider makes a website off of votes, community engagement, and he's making money that way. So he makes a website like that. Okay. Then you see Digicon. You've got Digicon. They bring you on. You go to the conference. You hang out. It's free. And it's free coverage for you guys. Well, he made his own Digicon, and he's charging $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 for a booth to these smaller brands. And I'm like, oh, he's just looking for more fucking money. This is a continuous rinse repeat with this person. It's like, that platform it doesn't work here. And if you can't make your money with your first or second game or first or second project, then maybe you should take a step back, be honest with the community, and tell them what your angle is. Because right now, all I see you is jumping on the next hype train to make as much money as you can. And I don't think that's fucking fair to the space.
You got to tell Keegs the story of this emoji I keep seeing in the chat here. It looks like a green grandma. Could you?
Yeah, what is that?
Bring Keegs up to speed on that one.
And
I'll highlight it.
He's went pretty quiet there, actually. That's funny. So there's a project called Green Rabbit, and I'm just going to be honest with you there. They think that I'm pissed because I didn't get some part of their opening sale or something. They think that I'm pissed about that. In all honesty, the guy made me wake up at 5 in the fucking morning to try to stream the opening, and he couldn't even whitelist me for his fucking drop. So I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, That's bullshit. You want me to stream? You told me to get up at 5 a.m. and stream for you. Like, I'm not mad about anything else. You made me get up at 5 fucking a.m. and then you didn't whitelist me for your drop to stream it because that's what you wanted me to do. And at the point in time, everybody was all over this project. Oh yeah, we gotta get some
I
Green
just know
Rabbit.
that they did my boy Shanika dirty to be
Oh,
honest.
and as you know what, at that point in time, I said, you know what, I'm out. This is unprofessional. I'm out. And at that point, I closed the door. And then more evidence started coming out in the space of what's really going on here. And the guy stole, I think it was like $275,000 from a 73-year-old lady, Keegs, installing fake security cameras. Okay, this is in California. He got busted and he got convicted, and the lady died 2 years later. So you know she died 2 years later fighting for $275,000. Like, rest in peace, Grandma Mary. Her name is Mary. But anyways, we've looked into this, and you know, I feel like if you're in a money place where you're running a brand and you're running a community and you're running a business, I think you need to be upfront and open with that, because I guarantee that mugshot was out before your sale, you would have not sold nearly as much as you fucking sold.
Right.
So, and then the moment we expose this to the space, we then become targets. We then become the toxic bullshit in the space, and we're crap. And it's like, no, I just think the space deserves to know that. I don't care what your end game motto is or motive, and I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to say that because I don't know. But the space deserves to know that stuff, and there's a lot of people like that in this space. And I wouldn't, any of my in real life friends that I bring in to invest on Wax, the moment I tell them about that, they're like, keep me away from that project. I don't want to invest.
Right.
Any normal person would say, I don't want to invest in that project. You know what I mean? So I'm the bad guy because, you know, I call this shit out, I expose it, and that's what I say. And the issue with those guys, now it goes deeper than this. What bothers me is they created a game token where they let their first drop of NFTs, which is, I think, in the millions counts of how many NFTs there are.
Right.
And I talk about this all the time, but tokenomics are not what they used to be from 2015 to 2020. A lot of these guys that were crypto influencers on YouTube, and they talk about a token and pump it up and its use case and whatever the fuck it was, they're trying to apply it to the NFT space. And one of these things that a lot of the auditing systems that I don't think are put in place here to audit the system, they don't map out 20 years of, or 10, let's say 10 years of sales. You do 20 sales in that 10 years. How many NFTs are in that sale? What are the rarities? What are your end mint counts? What are your end boosts? What does that do at the end of 10 years to your token? Nobody's doing that when they're rushing a project out as fast as they can, when they list a token as fast as they can on Alcor. And here's the issue. They had a token attached to their first NFTs. They had these deals where you get a membership and blah, 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 and all this. All of that changed.
Yeah.
Everything changed on it because the token got abused because they did not audit the system properly. And now, outside of the original white paper, we have another token. We have a second token. We have a third token because it's supposed to cater towards that first token they already screwed up. And it's not their fault. It's the space's fault. But it drives me nuts because when you make a white paper, when you make a token, make sure you've got all your analytics down, because I feel like that was not done because their first token is shit now and their other two tokens are their big tokens. But essentially, that first token is what everybody invested into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's that's with me. That's what doesn't sit well with me. And like, then again, if you're a convicted criminal, especially for money in this space, I'm sick and tired of the space going, oh, we can grant second chances. I've never wanted to steal anything in my life.
Yeah.
Outside of being a 6-year-old kid seeing a shiny Pog or a shiny Pokemon card. You know, like I'm 6 years old and at the store, you see something nice you don't know at that age. Sure. But in my adult life, I'm going to say 16, 15 above, I've never wanted to steal anything in my life. And I think that's just something that should not be put forefront as a leader in this space, especially if you're fucking convicted. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
The chat is cracking.
It's been going funny, dude. Inadequate goes, yeah, Adam or Keeks, have you guys committed any types of fraud? Yeah. Chetty's going in now too.
Chetty's going off. Something else. Oh, Keegs installs fake security systems
for only for younger women. Yeah.
That's funny.
Go ahead.
We last night I said I'd bring it up for Mushy, but I go into this guy. Do you know God's Mushy's there, Moses? He's the Australian streamer. Have you checked him out at all?
No.
He's more casual. Yeah, he's good shit. He's hilarious.
He just followed us actually 9 hours ago.
Okay, yeah, he's fucking hilarious. And there's I forget what the condition is called, but having porn with 2 penises or 3 balls. So he ended up making he ended up making
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it is.
didn't
It
mean to
is.
laugh.
It is.
Okay.
So we dubbed the third nut Secret Agent 003, and he went and made a wax wallet. Secret Agent 003 is what he did. Is his wax anchor wallet now. So I think when he airdrops things, he's gonna put surprise load or something like that, mystery load when he in the message. But we started joking about the third nut is Secret Agent 003, but then the second penis, when there's 2 penises, the second penis is supposed to sport a GoPro to watch all the work because he's the little one. Well, the big one's getting all the work done. The little one supports the GoPro. Yesterday, he fucking shows me the cock cam. Somebody has created a cock cam that you slide on your dick and it's got a cam above it. And I couldn't stop fucking roaring, but I said it's got a windshield wiper on it and shit like that. Like, fucking, yeah. So
I'm also laughing because I was talking to my wife yesterday, and we were talking about what YouTube shows is our son gonna watch, and I'm like, it's fine. He can watch Goo Balls, like it's cool, but we might have to put this one in a different category.
yeah.
Maybe when he's 18.
Yeah. What's What's the Secret Agent 003? Their dad. But yeah, no, I have some fun with that guy, and we were talking about making a what was it? It just got out of hand. One of the ideas for an NFT was a saggy green granny raised up in a truck with a set of security cams hanging off the back of the truck like a set of nuts. And he's like, dude, you got to make that NFT. And I was like, I don't know, maybe.
You gotta keep escalating. That's me and Adam love to escalate. So
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Adam's told you, but up here, everybody's got a raised fucking truck, and they've got a set of nuts hanging off the back of their truck.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Cowtown. We're in Cowtown.
Bruh.
Right.
You'll see people with Crocs, and they have a set of testicles hanging off their Crocs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting this duck race ready though. So we got, let's see, where is my screen? There we go. Keegs, if you could help me out with the screen share.
Sorry. Coach Disrespect actually called me. Another fellow streamer just called me right now.
Oh,
I told him I'm streaming. So he's gonna hop on the stream. I think
he's gonna hop on here.
No, just on the chat.
Oh, okay. So we only had a few. Oh, by the way, I think the music cut out, Keeks, but we only had a few people.
Oh yeah, when power went out. Sorry.
I'm gonna drop the link in the chat one more time, guys. Get in here because we're giving away. Well, you can take a look here. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time for all of it, but we're definitely doing the dingle badge.
You can save whatever you want. Those AKs got 5 wax on them.
We might save these for our stream tonight.
Yeah, whatever we don't give away today right now, we'll be giving away tonight on our Goo Balls night stream.
And I was thinking for tonight too, Keegs, what we can do is well, for this we got to get Burst a guest pin. I don't know if he has one yet, but then that's good for admission to GooCon in Cleveland, Ohio.
I can get him that right now. What's your wax wallet?
Kaka.wam, CQCAU.wam.
Okay, we got more names coming in here now. I'll refresh this real quick.
What's up, your next?
But so that's good. We'll get you a guest pin so you can come to GooCon, and you'll get 1+1. And what was I gonna say?
Sorry,
we're gonna get
CKU.
No, CQCAU.
Oh, tonight. That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna throw because when we do our themes for the Ducks, I'm gonna throw Atomic Kings theme in there. And even if Atomic Kings doesn't win, then I'll get Chetty to like put your logo somewhere on the Goo Ball for tonight. But maybe I'll nudge you throughout the day if you could send us like your preferred logos that are good for like editing stuff. Then we can have Chetty get it nice and crispy and clean on there.
Hard seltzer giveaway.
That's our
Topo Chico.
Coach is giving away some hard seltzers tonight, I guess. I don't know how that's going to work, but
Topo Chico.
No, it's called Happy Dads.
Oh, that's funny. I was just watching that's from the Full Send guys. They had Bored Apes on their Happy Dads. So we're gonna run this giveaway, but I wanted to know, could you put in a good word for us with Chain Chimps, or just connect me with their group? Because I noticed it looks like you probably got to know them to get onto their website, but it'd be cool to have Goo Balls somehow on their marketplace.
Oh yeah, they'll love you, Adam. It's not, man. Don't.
All right, just send you over the Goo Balls guest pin. Never mind, it failed.
CQ, because I can't type in the chat. It's
Chat,
weird.
go in the private. Go to the private chat. And I'll just copy and paste.
Can I chat in that? I can. There we go. I don't think you really have to ask there, Adam. I just think it was a matter of connecting with the right person, and I don't think Chain Champs is the least clicky in this space. And Jazz will instantly throw you guys on, so don't worry about that. Yeah.
Will be delivered via Amazon Prime. If you guys want to win some Happy Dad's hard seltzer, join Coach's Rec stream tonight. I guess I don't know how it's gonna work, but
ooh, you gave me 13 too. Let's fucking go.
nice.
Big 13 time.
Congrats to Kaz. That's a new name. Kaz PR, welcome to the stream. Hope you like us. Hope you decide to stick around beyond.
Yeah, if you guys are new,
today.
consider giving us a follow. We enjoy having fun.
I didn't see
Enjoy.
I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't see the dude that's beast pop up for you yet, Kaz. Get in there.
Oh, we got
boom.
a double dinger badge. Whoa, that's a prize and a half. That's like our best fucking asset.
Right. That's a big win right
Well,
there.
it's had like 130 sales, man, and that's a free NFT. Like, I am proud of that one. And like, the thing that drives me nuts is you've got somebody like Token Gamer, who's in cahoots with NFT Insider, and they've got some VIP membership that I paid pretty penny for. It's done fuck all for me. It's done fuck all for me. And these guys run an app. They run like constant podcasts, and it's like, what is the fucking benefit of this? Like, why did I buy this shit? And then it just blows me away. People with a bigger brand or behind them, and it's like, well, what the fuck's this membership for?
Yeah, I'm officially in the Chain Champs community. Keegs, I don't know if you and Chetty want to click that link too that Yuli dropped in there.
Yeah, I'll join right now.
That'd probably be good for us to get in there.
I'm
So
just vibing
Chain
to the
Champs,
music right now.
I'll give a thank you to I'll tag Burst and Yuli for that one. And all right, boom. Now next giveaway we're gonna save these bet. Maybe we'll do one good talk. Did you send me the Carl?
I did. So that's from Terror Station. They've got a cool little. I'll send you what. Actually, just click that. Before you send it, click Tourist Station, or just open the image in a new. Yeah, open in a new tab.
Well, that's just gonna do that.
Right. So go
Is
to
that
your
what you
wallet.
wanted to do?
No, go to your wallet, but hit open a new tab on my inventory. There you go.
Yep.
Then click the pin. These guys are going for like a Stardew Valley sort of. So click the collection name. Top right. Top right. Okay, and you should be able to click their website right there on the left, URL.
On the left, there we go.
There you go. So these guys are kind of like doing a like Stardew Valley rave on Wednesday. So it's a Stardew Valley type game, which is like Harvest Moon, essentially.
You said they're doing a rave?
Yeah, man. And
what?
It's going to be pretty cool what they got going on. It's actually this Wednesday. You can see it all right there.
Can I DJ for them?
We can talk because they're talking about giving special rooms for stuff like that. So
Wow,
when it comes,
that's-
essentially the testing on Wednesday, you can come check it out. If you have the pin,
I was just on
be-
Splice earlier today. Look, I was making some music.
I went and seen Dusty Cloud on Thursday. I don't know if you know who that is, but he was fucking fire.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
So essentially, if you jump in there, you can come and hang out. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I know that the pin eventually will get you whitelisted for specific drops in the future. It's more cosmetic though as of right now, and don't quote me on it because the pin got me whitelisted for a drop that is open now. But if you have the pin now, you're not whitelisted. They took the snapshot.
Well, this is how do I go to? Oh, can you buy them or can you only make offers?
So if you want to buy a pin, go into. Are you looking at the pin view on market right there at the bottom, below, right there? Yeah, there you go. And then price lowest. So you've got your choice between Carl and Manfred. No difference. One's red, one's blue on those two. Yeah, there's no fucking difference there.
Make a side note and get some more wax in my account too. But I'm gonna definitely buy some of the. If they're doing anything tied to raves and creating a stage for,
I knew you'd like it. Yeah, I knew you'd like it.
I want to support them.
If you go to the packs, that's the rave equipment right there. So you'll get two pieces of rave equipment in that, and it's like 6% for the top two rarities to pull and like 10% for the next one, and then it's mostly common, so it is tough to hit in that. But if you do, you might get an uncommon or a rare or epic item, and essentially you just have better swag at the rave. Is essentially what
Love
would
it.
be.
Burst, are you still
Yeah.
playing or doing anything with Cosmos 11?
Yeah, I'm still dabbling into there. Those
okay.
guys.
Trump is our guest next Monday on this
Perfect,
time.
Okay.
yeah. So I know they're a little bit slower than they want to be, and I know they're
Yeah.
one of those teams that's just trying to do the right thing about funding. And I think what a lot of these teams are starting to realize is they have to get partners outside of the space, and they also have to get funding outside of the space. And I
Okay.
essentially believe that's what Cosmos is doing. The UI has gotten better. And I still am playing, and I do appreciate the whole simulator aspect to it. So, again, when it comes down to at the end of the day, nobody is producing what they said. Nobody.
Yeah.
But I prefer
Except
to
for
take it
Balls
on.
and the Tommy Kings.
Well, it's because we're not doing games. We're
Oh, yeah.
sticking
Yeah,
to
it
our
makes it
brand.
easier.
Making a game.
100%.
Hold on one
And
second. Somebody's knocking on my door. Keep going.
I've had a brand specifically come and reach out to me and go, look, like we don't have the funding that we used to have, but we're not going anywhere. But we've had to, like I said at the start of the show, we've taken our job and now made it a hobby. And I understand that they've got to make money in real life and they got to pay their bills. If you're going to come out and honestly tell me something like that, I will support you all the way to the end, because slow and steady wins the fucking race. And I think a lot of people are starting to realize that. And I mesh Cosmos into that group of slow and steady. So, yeah.
Coach Disrespect General was talking about, he was joining us on Doity Thursday, and he played some Hackspaw with us. It was pretty fun, actually.
Nice.
It was him versus, well, who's that really good guy?
Speaking of Doity Thursday, we should run through
you, isn't it? Aren't you good at Hackspaw?
Yeah,
we're all pretty good at it. Yeah, we played a lot.
No, I'll tell you this right now. Keeks is the best of all three of you.
He probably is.
No, I'm better than General and Coach, but there's this guy that played with us. He's from Turkey. He's so good that it was him and Coach Disrespect versus 5 of us, and they beat us twice. It was crazy.
What?
It was crazy. Oh yeah, Chet's plugging him right now. Joe or something.
He's insane. I'm trying to find can you pull up on your screen, Keys? Because I'm trying to find
I think we need me and Keegs versus those two. Let's just go 2v2.
I'd be down for that. Yeah.
Yeah, Thursdays at 7 Calgary time. Every Thursday now we game for a couple hours.
Thursday, me and Dub just play games. So whatever game we're feeling like playing, we play it.
I'm trying to find the Keys. Can you pull up? I'm trying to pull the calendar up. Can you pull up the Goo Balls calendar so we can show everyone?
Calendar?
We're working on we're kind of branching out from just Goo Balls to Goo TV. We want to have shows on every day at consistent times. I think we're at 4 or 5 shows right now. We got the Mindful Med guys. They're going to be going live talking about psychedelic medicine for an hour every Friday. So that's going to be cool.
And that's the fella you had on last week talking about the psilocybin.
Yep. And a testament to microdosing. I'm sure he wouldn't give all the credit to it, but he just came in 14th out of 680 people at a Spartan race. So
yeah, he's a beast.
He's
Spartan races are the ones that are not strictly cross country. There's a lot of climbing and crawling.
Yeah, all the obstacle courses.
Yeah, gotcha.
This is kind of not zoomed in, but so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows.
We got 5 shows, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Let's see. What was I going to do? Give the winner. Cesarone won with the green duck. Shout out to Green Grandma. Cesarone gets
Caesar's a fucking G.
Yeah, he's cool. Oh, he won a chain chimp and the Carl pin. Nice.
Oh, no shit, eh? Which is interesting. I've been using the chain chimp auto buy, and because I'm going camping next week when the new DC drops. So I'm going to have to drop a couple of the auto buys down while I go, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to hit the market, because where I'm going, there's no service. So I've hit some really good ones. We're going just northwest of Crow's Nest Pass. I don't know exactly where we're going, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
Working on Jenny.
The Don Father just subscribed has been on our screen this whole time ever since you gifted him a sub, Adam.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
I saw it was floating up there, but I don't think it's still. Oh, it is.
Whatever, we're still doing our thing, so. We're still doing our thing.
Chetty, call Chetty. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm sure there's a reason. All right, we'll do one good talk, and then we'll save the other ones for tonight.
Yeah, that's got 5 wax on it. You know how to get it, guys. Burn it. You get the wax.
What days Burst, are you normally streaming?
Whoa, hold on. I didn't know that was. Wait, how do you do that? I did not know you could do that.
Back wax to your NFTs?
You back wax it, and then if you burn it, you get the wax. I think I did know that, but I forgot.
You did know that. Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, you can just back it on your stuff there whenever you want. Only in your wallet. They took it off because you used to be able to put wax on other people's NFTs. That became sort of an issue. Like it used to display you know where the mint number is in the top right? In the top left, it used to display how much wax was backed on that. So as a collector, if some asshole came to put 0.00001 wax on your NFT, you'd have this big 0.001 across your NFT. And people didn't like that, so they eventually turned it off so you can't back wax to other people's NFTs, which I do like. Because somebody could take my sick ass GPK card and put shitty wax on it, and it takes away from the art.
Right.
Dude, you know who is one of
Barrington.
our favorite
like
community
Barrington.
members? Is this
They're
guy?
Turkish giant. He's a beast, man.
Yeah,
Barrington and
Barrington's
Desmond are really good community members for us.
He's really good at Hacksball too. He's probably better.
He is
than
good.
He could probably take me and Keegs on a 2-on-1.
No, but that's not true.
All right, there you go, Barrington. Me and Keegs versus you. We'll do it.
But yeah, like you asked about streaming there, Keeks. Essentially, our Friday stream will be coming back at 5 p.m.
Okay.
UTC. We just put that on the back burner while some developments going over at Ultra Rare. And these are Ultra Rare streams. On Tuesday, I do 5 p.m. UTC as well with Richie and John. So those are my 2 set slots. Other than that, I'm free range throughout the week. I try to jump on when I feel like it. I've learned that there's always going to be schedule conflicts and all of this stuff. And I don't let that bother me at all. I notice that some other streamers do. And call me a dick, but sometimes I do fire up a stream. If some cock's firing up a stream, I'm going to just fire one up. I don't care. I'll fucking fire one up.
Goo Balls, when I'm starting up a stream and he starts one up, it's not on me.
I've done it. No, and I've done it once with you guys. I think I've done it once with you guys. I try not to with people that I get along with.
No,
sometimes
I got you.
I'm like, oh, fuck. Goo Balls just started too. Like,
Actually, I think it was like
yeah.
last week. Last week, you and Keegs did go live at the same time. And Keegs was like all happy because it was one of his first times doing a solo pop-up. And then Bert just comes in and it's like,
and I didn't do that on
hit me.
purpose.
I knew that. I was just playing with you though.
I found some teams that I don't get along with were starting to pick the exact time slot that I did. So that's why I don't announce what time slot I'm doing. Yeah.
strategic.
No, but
And
the reason I
you've built up your
is,
following's big enough too, where you can just go whenever you want to.
Yeah, but no, you're still playing baseball on Mondays. That's why you haven't joined a night stream, right? Because you have baseball games going on.
We're done now. We
so
actually
you could
have.
potentially join a night.
Actually, that's a lie. So it poured on Saturday. Did you see that, Adam?
Yeah.
Did you see the rain on Saturday here?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So it poured. We were supposed to have our final. We're in the finals. And
Okay.
Nice.
That game got rescheduled for the 12th. Other than that, we would have been done.
Okay.
If that didn't get rescheduled.
Well-
So after that game, I'm done.
Okay. So you
This
could
is the
potentially
fall.
join a night stream Monday night. Goo Balls create
yeah.
or help Chetty create something for us.
Yeah, you guys could schedule me in later on in September the 19th or the
Sweet.
week after. I'm in.
If you are you, I want you to see if you can be around tonight because I actually talked to you about this after I got back from NFT NYC, and eventually I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. But the plan for tonight, guys, we are gonna have someone. This is the plan. He confirmed. We'll see. It's gonna be like 3 a.m. in the UK. He's a mod for Gary V's Discord, and I know how you feel about Gary V Burst. So
You know what? It's funny because I feel like he's a shithead, but also some people are like, you should connect with him because you are alike. And it's like, oh, okay.
well, actually, yeah, you and Gary V definitely call the shot. Just call it how it is.
Yeah.
We won't call you the Gary V of Wax, but
Well, I just wonder if he sleuths as much as I do and understands the blockchain history to certain teams and stuff. And again, that goes back to me saying, like, it's very ignorant for a influencer to go on more than 2 chains, I think, and say they know it all because it's a full-time job studying Wax, essentially.
Yeah.
And like, I think somebody like fucking Crypto Stash, he just pumps every project on every chain. It's like, you can't tell me you actually sat down and understood the history of the chain and who's trying to do what. A lot of the guys we had the Wax Ambassador program used to be a Wax Council position, and it had guys from Street Fighter, it had guys from I'm trying to think, but there were some bigger brand. Tobin Lent from MLB was on there. They had all these big names in there that have made some influence early on in the space, but really had zero idea of what's fucking going on here. And that has changed. But I thought that was a really bad representation of us at the time, because these guys aren't here to study the communities and learn the communities. They're here to make what they can as quick as they can, because that was 2015 to 2000 crypto model. What coin can we jump on right now? I don't know if anybody's watched the fucking John McAfee fucking video show on Netflix.
Yeah,
It's
I just
interesting.
watched it the other day.
Yeah, you did. I caught one scene where he has a Skycoin tattooed on his back. Do you remember that? He has Skycoin tattooed on his back. It's a specific token. And like, I was like, So then I looked up Skycoin and I looked at when it had its big fucking bounce, and I'm like, probably right around when he got that tattoo. And it's like, fuck this guy. He fucking pumped the shitty token. He put it all over his body. I guarantee he did that. And that's essentially what all these guys did. And a lot of them came into the NFT space and they continue to try to do the same thing. Like M Blue is getting caught in a lie, left, right, and center. The guy who runs,
which is crazy because I remember when I first got into Wax, everyone was like worshiping him. He's such a good human. He gives to all these people.
Look, when he's sitting there and DMing Lewis for business advice after all of this last week, you can't tell me that your platform's ready to go, and you can't tell me you have an idea of what the fuck's going on here. You know, it drives me nuts. And that's why I put that post up last night about the Graffiti Kings and Darren Cullen. I know that guy's made a lot of fucking money here, and I'm blown away that they're reaching out to Alien Worlds and trying to get 100,000 TLM to write a lore for Graffiti Kings.
Oh wow, that's good to know, because I thought that those guys were like,
they're fucking trash, man. They're here for money. That's all. I was in a meeting with them and R2, and the guy Darren was rubbing his hands on how much money I can make. Look, we've given away 100,000 TLM of our own TLM, okay, and we've had a 20th of the sale size they have. So here they are asking for more TLM. Like, get fucked. Like that shit just drives me nuts in this space. It does. It just drives me nuts. If you guys went and said, can we get 100,000 TLM to create a Goo Balls lore in the universe, I'd be all for that. You guys aren't running $300,000 sales. You guys are, I think there's teams that can ask for stuff like that, and I fully respect. But if you're running hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and using our planet as your selling point, fuck you. You don't come into this space and ask for any more money. Straight up, like, fuck off. If you can't do it the first time or the second time, why are you even bothering the third or fourth time here? Like, you're not getting my money. And I'm going to tell my guys that, like, I'm not going to give them my money. You guys can make your own decisions, but my educated choice is they've already fucked up 1, 2, 3 times. I'm not putting my money on that.
Yuli, that's crazy. I mean, again, I'm happy to know this now, because I had that guy, I had him as a guest on the stream, and it was a good interaction. So I just kind of left it at that. And I think that's maybe one advantage to Goo Balls is we just like get on here and we talk, and it's very rare that we actually dive into a project. So the ones that we do dive into, I'm happy that we got you here.
Well, you know that we hung out this summer. We went for a drive, and like one of my top things telling you is we are targets for predators in this space, in the crypto space, us as streamers. So a lot of these projects will come in, they'll butter you up as much as they can, and they'll say, hey, all we want you to do is talk about or play our project. That's all they want. And that's a predatory sense, because I don't think that's fair for you guys, for somebody to come in and say, put all your apples into this basket right now and believe in us. And it's like, well, fuck you. Who are you? Well, we're building this platform here. Do you understand the amount of work that we put in on the camera is about as much work as you guys put in on your game? That probably isn't a game. But they don't, respect that give and take. And they give you a bunch of NFTs and they say, oh, I'll give away these NFTs. We're in a partnership and all this. And that's just a shitty representation of the space in general.
You're talking about sponsors and stuff. I just had to bring up our sponsor, mindfulmeds.io. Use code
that's right. We got
for 15% off your order.
Yeah, but Mindful Meds is not one of those guys that's in the wax space. Buy our shit. They're not like buy our shit. You've interacted on your network that is personal, and you brought them in, and I think that's a very respectful network. And I think more networks are going to be built like that in this space eventually. More local. Right. Sponsorships and stuff like that, when people get a more solidified for themselves. Like, that's kind of where I'm slowly working towards, is getting a business card and getting the business all in order, and like being Aboriginal, I get some cuts and stuff like that, but like I just want as much as I can for my community. I don't want any of that for me. Right. But like Jenny, she mentions to me all the time, you need a fucking business card just with all your fucking links on it so people can come check it out, and she is right. She is right, because I do talk about NFTs like it's fucking church.
I was just talking to someone who's not into NFTs or anything, but he's thinking about starting a podcast, and he's like in his 60s. He's made his money. He's like, I just like podcasting because it's a way for me to give back and help people. And I was like, well, have you ever thought about like sponsorships, even though you don't really need it? He's like, I have, but he's like, the only sponsorships I would ever do are companies that I either own or am invested in. And I was like, And
I'm the same way here. Like, you're not coming on my show if I'm not buying your shit. The Pinup Warlords guy came into our room last week, and I've ignored him on Discord. And I don't know the guy, so I'm not going to say he's a bad person. But I've been ignoring him on Discord, and he comes into our room and goes, oh, you're so hard to get a hold of. And like, if you're going to try to oust me in my room and go, oh, I've messaged you this many times and you haven't messaged me back. Well, I'm going to give you the cold, hard facts. I said, first of all, I'm not buying your project, dude. So you're not getting on my show. And then he goes, cheers. I hope you buy someday. And it's like, well, I'm not going to. You know, like I'm not going to. Like, don't get me wrong. I like titties. I like stuff like that. I like supporting somebody like Magenta because she's got, you know, that hardcore art and stuff like that. I support that. That's art. Now, somebody like Pinup Warlords, we have a very big issue in crypto where we keep pushing women away from crypto. And something like Pinup Warlords is just a derogatory sense of how women should be. I'm not going to go to war and some titties are going to be popping out and some like AKs between the titty. Like that, come on now. Like that's not how war goes. And it's just not a great image on the space. So like, I just don't think that's a good selling point in this space. It might be because the crypto space is average 40 plus, sure, and I think that's slowly going down as we implement to other generations. But it's just one of those things that I just didn't like. And like, if I'm not buying your shit and I'm not investing, there's no reason to have you on my show.
Chetty goes, how do titties work? Justin Clay, one of our guys, was asking about your stream schedule. It's Tuesday and Fridays at 5 p.m. UTC, correct?
Yeah, those are the ultra rare streams. Other than that, it's between 5 p.m. UTC and let's say midnight UTC. I want to say, and I want to say I could come on the day after. I try to go 4 times a week. 4 times a week. Just so
2 days are set. 2 other days are kind of just whenever.
Pop up.
All right.
Whenever Keeks pops up, normally then Burst will go live, guys.
Yeah, so whenever I pop up, just expect Burst to do the same.
I've done that one.
I'm dropping. Make sure you get in the Atomic Kings Discord if you haven't already. I was gonna pamp out the Telegram. Actually, no, we'll do the Telegram.
We're gonna raid over to Dub, correct, Adam? Because
we're gonna raid over to Dub. We gotta think
he's playing Phantom Galaxies.
We gotta hit him with something funny. I'm trying to think of like an inside joke from when I was hanging out with him. Let's see. Oh, this will be good. I'll tell you guys. I'll type it out in the chat here. He went to Humboldt State University. So if you type, I think that's how you spell it. When you get into his chat, do that. The fun fact about Dub is he studied engineering for 3 years at that school, and then he said, "F this," and quit. And he went and got a job. Well, he's got a crazy life story, but it was cool how I love working with people who just pretty much said the system sucks. I'm going to do my own thing. He's one of them. So, if you guys come into his chat and say Humboldt State University, he's gonna be like, he's just gonna start laughing. So,
all right, well, we're starting the raid here. I'll give us, I think it's 10 seconds.
Cool. Begin the raid, guys. Go follow Burst. Smash the follow button if you're watching the replay. Like, subscribe.
Come back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Goo Balls tonight. We're making a new Goo Ball.
We're gonna be hanging out with Gary V's moderator tonight. Maybe Burst will pop in. We'll see.
See you later.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Yep.
Thank you, Noble.
All right, let's end this stream.